Guess what? I'm married. Hey everyone, Focus Bender here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my COVID-19 budget-friendly quarantine 1 week of planning wedding. Last year I did a video talking about how I was engaged, and I was talking about how to save money or budget for your wedding, like how to switch up your budget for your wedding. What do you need to cut out? What do you need to put in? How to create the budget. And so that's what I was doing for like the last year, because I thought I was getting married on June 6th. And then COVID-19 happened and all of my plans were scratched. For a year, I had been planning the most beautiful wedding. I bought this really nice dress. I found this amazing venue downtown Brooklyn. I had my caterer set. I had a wonderful photographer already booked. I had my day of coordinator. Everything was pretty much set. And then in March, things started going down real fast. One day I was working in the city, and the next day I was working from home. One day there was basketball on TV and sports happening, and then the next day there was no more sports. One day no one had died from coronavirus in New York City, and then the next day thousands of people had died. Like everything just happened so fast and was so overwhelming, and I just like everybody didn't know what to do. But for a while I kept holding out hope that I was going to be able to have my wedding, because I was like, well, it's March, everything should be fine by June. As things got more and more serious, I was like, I don't know. And so at some point, I think in early May, my fiance at the time and I just basically decided we had to call it. So we called it and we said, you know what, guys, we're not going to be able to have this wedding in June. We think we're going to do it October 18th. And I just want to go on record to say I was devastated. Like, when I say I was devastated, I mean I cried like a baby. The day we came to the decision, I cried. The morning after, I cried. I just felt like somebody had just took everything I had been, waiting for so long and just snatched it from me and just ripped it up and was like, so I was really devastated. But all I kept thinking was, even if, life goes back to normal in June, where we can have events, but people just wear masks. All I kept thinking was, this is going to be a super spreader event. We had already lost someone in our family from it, someone that was supposed to be at the wedding. And I was just like, I cannot do this. I cannot have a big wedding in an indoor space and someone gets sick and then they die and it's my fault. Like, my conscience was never going to live it up. So I didn't know what else to do. I did not want to have a Zoom wedding, even though people kept saying, oh, you could just decorate your terrace, you could just do whatever and have your wedding on Zoom. And I was like, that's ghetto. I don't want to do that. It's not ghetto. It's just, I didn't want to do that. So I said, forget it. We'll do it in October. We'll do it October 18th. We'll go get our marriage license. That was a whole process, but I was like, we'll go get our marriage license and we'll do it October 18th. Fast forward a couple months, things don't seem to be improving. Our city, our state started to open up slowly, but I just kept thinking, I don't know about this. I still don't know if I want to have 150 people in one room eating food at the together, and I couldn't see it happening. And then also, even though indoor dining came back to New York, we're still only at 25% capacity. So I knew that even if I was going to do something, I think the max I could have at the wedding was 50 people in our venue. In my mind, I was like, this is silly. I just need to figure something else out. But we need to get married. So in September, we started talking about what else we're going to do. But honestly, we could not come to any conclusions. I still was just like, the world is over. I'm never going to get my day. And I couldn't even bring myself to plan. Literally a little less than a week prior to the wedding is when we pretty much pulled it all together. A couple things you need to do if you're going to have a COVID-19 budget-friendly wedding. One, you need to have a small guest list. So we had 15 people, including myself and my groom, two small children. So it definitely was a small wedding. Another thing you need to do is really tap into your network. Like, what can people do for you? So for me, I didn't end up paying for an officiant because we have an officiant in our family. When she found out that I was engaged last year, she had already told us, I'm an officiant. If your plans fall through, I can do the wedding for you. For the actual wedding, I wanted to use a pastor, but for this, I was like, it needs to be someone that's not going to eat away at my guest list. So we used her. Then in terms of photography, my brother-in-law is an amazing photographer. He's actually an amateur photographer, but he takes the most amazing street photography, and I will definitely leave his IG in the description box below. For video, again, not going to eat away at my guest list by hiring a videographer, especially knowing that at some point I'm gonna have like that big glamorous wedding, hopefully. So I brought my DSLR camera, I gave it to my friend who was there, and I said, you are the videographer. You're just gonna take video. She actually was also my DJ because we use her phone to sync up with the music, with the stereo system at the place. Makeup, again, using my network. My cousin is a makeup artist, or she's a former makeup artist, I should say. So I asked her, can you do my makeup? And so first she said yes, and then at some point she was like, I'm kind of nervous about doing your makeup. I'm going to give you a gift of just hiring a makeup artist that I use. And so that person did my makeup and like my mom's makeup, and everyone that was getting their makeup done, she did it. But I'm gonna be honest, if I didn't have that woman and my cousin still was like, I don't know about doing makeup for the wedding, I was gonna do it myself. It would have been me doing my makeup and telling her, just throw some eyelashes on so I can look a little bit more glam for the wedding. But thankfully, that was my gift. So the next thing you need to think about if you're trying to do your budget-friendly COVID-19 wedding is really thinking about what's important to you. Like, what do you really want to spend your money on? For me, what I wanted more than anything was to have like a nice looking venue with flowers. We were gonna just do it outside. We were gonna go drive upstate New York along the Hudson River Valley and find a place to do it outside for free. But when we went to go look, we just couldn't find anything. I just couldn't find anything that I liked. And honestly, I was really disappointed. And this was like a week and like 2 days before the wedding. And I thought, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? But then we remembered this website called Peerspace, P-E-E-R space.com. And you can rent venues. Like people will rent out their backyard for a few hours. They'll rent out, you know, whatever for a couple of hours. And so we found this rooftop garden in Manhattan, and the woman was renting it out, and it's beautiful. She'll do everything for you. She'll set the table for you. She'll give you like the place settings. She'll buy the flowers. She just does everything. And so it's on a pricier side, but it was amazing. So total for the venue, we spent $1,400. But again, we didn't have to do anything. Like we literally showed up and everything was decorated. The place was set. So we didn't have to think about that. So that was like the most important thing to me, was someplace really pretty where I was gonna actually feel special. Like I was gonna have a memorable wedding day. And then thinking about what was less important. Yes, I wanted to look nice on my day, but I already spent a gazillion dollars on a wedding dress. I was not gonna wear my wedding dress to this small, intimate affair just because I didn't want to. I still do. I wanted to save that, you know, dress for the big event, especially because if I wore that dress, then whenever I do something else, I was gonna have to find another dress. So I just went straight to Rent the Runway and I got a dress, beautiful, nice, simple dress that people normally wear to like a wedding shower or a justice of the peace wedding. And I think the dress itself, the rental was like $50. The rental was only about $50. I think the dress retails for like $300, but it looked nice. I didn't have to worry. I wore shoes that I already had. So I didn't spend a lot of money on the dress. And then when it came to the bouquet, again, I did not want to spend a lot of money. I had the option of going to a florist and getting a bouquet for like $120. But I mean, I wasn't going to be able to pick out the one I wanted. And the ones like the pre-packaged, here's your bouquet, they just look so generic, and so I didn't want to do it. So I went on this website called urbanstem.com, and I just, you know, found a pretty bouquet, ordered it for like $55. I had a coupon code, so it was even cheaper. I think the retail price was like $65 or $70, but I had my little coupon code to make it a little bit cheaper. I bought ribbon and green tape from Amazon, and my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law put it together, and they gave me the most beautiful bouquet. I got so many compliments on that bouquet, and I'm just like, you can have it too, because it was cheap. It was much cheaper than what I was gonna spend money on. And then On top of that, when I asked my groom, do you want to wear a flower on your lapel? He was like, absolutely not. I have no interest. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to go running around chasing a boutonniere. He doesn't want one. He's not going to have one. So I was good. And then I spent like, you know, $9 on a pretty mask to wear, even though I only wore the mask one time. So for the most part, everybody had on their masks during the wedding and before the wedding. But I wasn't gonna ruin my makeup, so I just didn't have one on. But then when I did put one on, it was really pretty, it was sparkly. It was $9 from Amazon. So, and I got my hair done at the place that I normally go to get my hair done. So everything came together really, really nice. It was a beautiful day, and the day cost me less than $2,000. It cost me $1,982.59. So it was a very budget-friendly wedding, a fraction of the cost of what the big day, whenever that happens, 2021, 2022, who knows when it'll happen. It is a fraction of the cost, but it was a memorable day. I loved everything about it. We had fun, we ate food. Oh, I forgot about the food. So we had Thai food. We just ordered it from a Thai restaurant and it came, and my maid of honor and my sister-in-law, they plated it up in like these nice buffet dishes that the venue had. And so it was cheap as well. So it was a great day. We ate, we drank, we danced, we took photos, and it was a great day. I'm so happy that everything turned out the way that it did, because honestly, I really thought that I was not gonna, I just thought I was gonna just have a whatever wedding at the side of the road in Hudson Valley, and it was gonna do because I would be married, but I knew I was gonna be really sad about it. And now I don't have any regrets. I don't feel sad about my day. I cannot wait for everything to go back to normal, but at least I'm married and I had a wonderful day. So that is it. That is my COVID-19 budget-friendly, planned in 1 week wedding. Hope you like this video, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.